That perfect and oh so memorable decoration. Now, as you're looking at these, you're going to say, wait, my grandma used to have one of those. Those are ceramic trees, the little colored lights, and had a bulb inside, and you had to turn the switch on and plug it in. Well, it does look like that, but this is the 2018 version. Set of 4 of these. You get the little gift bags along with these. You can either hang them on your tree, or because they're flat bottoms, you can use these as sit-abouts around your home. They work on 2 AAA batteries, I believe. 2 AA's, beg your pardon. 2 AA's, and they have timer mode. So if you want to really do some fun decorating, you can do all of that. Bryn Edwards is joining us. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me.
A real pleasure to kick off our holiday edition with you. This is something so special. My grandma had one of these trees, and I'll talk more about that, but it really is so collectible, something so special, and now in ornament form.
It is, and this is what Mr. Christmas does best. It's a 3rd-generation company from the 1930s in New York making these beautiful Christmas decorations for generations, and they're able to take those beautiful memories and do them in a new way better than anyone else, down to the striations in the branches, the bulbs, everything that you remember, but in petite form.
And you know what? These measure I want to say 5 1/4 inches high. Yeah, so
the star.
Yeah, all the way to the top of the star. So you're looking at about 5 1/4 inches high on these. You're going to get 4 of them, and they come with their individual gift bags. Is the tissue paper included as well?
Tissue too. Yeah,
wow.
all set,
so
and little gift tags as well. So everything you need.
So here you can see the little 2 from tags are attached to each one. Now the gift bags will all be different colors, but your trees will all be the same color, and you have 3 colors to choose from.
Exactly.
Let's start with the ones in front of you.
So this year, our brand new silver. I love this. It's a silver plated, so the light just bounces off in all directions from these bulbs.
That's a fun color.
Isn't that fantastic?
Never seen this treatment in silver before.
It's so fun because it can go a little nostalgic, but it can also go a little modern if you want to, depending on how you decorate. If you do a lot of metallics and golds, these are beautiful. And these ribbons are removable, so if you want to make them a little sit about, they can come off and they can just stand on their own.
I will tell you, this silver color is the most limited of the 3 that we have. Now, the most traditional is what we call natural green, and you'll notice as we come in tight on these that the branches have a little shading, so it almost looks like they've been dusted with snow.
Oh, you're exactly right. They're so sweet, and this is so authentic to the originals that you might have at home, where you painted darker on top of the lighter to get the gradation of color. This is just the classic nostalgic tree.
And then, of course, what has become a very popular color in this tree design is the all white, and that's in front of me. Now, the gift bags don't change. They all come in multiple colors. You get a gold, a blue, a green, and a red.
Exactly right.
But then you also have this white color to choose from. Now, the red ribbon is included, yes?
It is, yep, on all of them.
So you could use that for hanging. There's also a little loop on the top, so if you want to put a very sturdy hook through those.
Yep.
I would tell you that these are a bit more substantial, so I would hang these from a sturdier branch.
Definitely, yeah. They can definitely hold onto a tree pretty easily. We did them on some artificial trees around the set, but yeah, make sure it's a sturdy branch for sure.
Here's some really great news, and it comes in the number 5. Everything in our show, on air and online, for these 5 hours is 5 pay or better.
That's fabulous.
So that means this is 5 payments of, how much is that? $6.96. Well, our customers are responding in big numbers. Already over 500 sets are gone. Everybody is loving this as a gift idea. What I love is that they're battery operated. I can place these anywhere I like, and because they stay cool, I don't have to worry about these getting too hot. When the tree my grandma had was a plug-in with a real bulb inside. The tree would get so hot.
I bet.
The bulbs would get hot. Mom would always tell us when we go to visit Grandma, don't touch the tree.
Yeah,
you'll
don't
burn
trip
your
over
little
the
fingers,
cord.
right?
Exactly.
But these are all very cool to the touch, and there's a timer mode?
There is. There's a 4-hour timer, and if you set it to that, so basically what you do is, say it's 5 o'clock at night, you just turn them on, and then they'll automatically go on for 4 hours and off for the remainder of the day, and then back on again the same time.
You know what I think these would be dear for, and I know you have 2 small children.
I do.
So lovely for bedside.
Oh, it's the
like
cutest
little
night
lights.
ever.
Yeah,
Yes,
little night lights.
darling.
You can place these in bookshelves. You can put them in the middle of a wreath on a table centerpiece.
So
Nestle
cute.
these in the garland of the on the fireplace mantle.
Yes.
Anywhere you want to put these, because there's no danger of any heat. This is battery operated.
Yeah.
And these are LED lights,
They are. They're shooting LEDs inside, which illuminate these really sweet faceted acrylic bulbs that go all the way around. So there's at least, over 20 bulbs on each tree in all directions. And they look so true to that original. So whether you had one and you've lost it, or you had it and went to your sister, you can bring that magic back with these, or give them as a beautiful gift. Maybe someone's moving into their first home and you want to start a new tradition with them. It's such a uniquely American tradition in holiday decorating.
Let me tell you now that over 1,700 sets are gone. I look at this and think about how lovely this would be to give to close friends and neighbors.
Yes.
You know, maybe you've got, and you know what? Good neighbors are hard to find. We've all had bad neighbors.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
we have.
So when you luck upon a really lovely neighbor, one that is always so lovely to you and wonderful, and whether it's just a friendly wave and a hello, or bring your packages in, I'm blessed to have a great next door neighbor, my buddy Beth and her family. They bring my packages in for me. They do a lot of things for me when I'm away from home. And this is the kind of thing that I would nestle in their mailbox with a Christmas card.
Yeah.
She's got, I remember when all her babies were babies, and now they're not anymore. Her oldest is now Marine, my goodness. But you know, this is what's so amazing. No matter what age group, you're talking about something that really appeals to both children and adults alike. This is something really marvelous because for this price and the 5 pay today, you're getting all 4 trees and the gift bags with the tissue paper and the tags.
And you're giving the gift of just cheerful, fun, bright happiness for the holiday. There isn't anyone that I've walked by in these halls that hasn't stopped me and said, oh my gosh, what is that? Let me see it. Because they're so sweet when they illuminate. They're so bright with those LEDs. But like you said, it's just 2 AA batteries that go into the bottom here, simple as
We'll
can
show
be.
that because you know what? It's really simple. On the bottom, there's a little trap door back here.
Yep.
You're going to open up, and then you just pop 2 AA's in, and the little switch there controls the timer.
Exactly. You can do on, off, or the 4-hour timer just by the flick of a switch, and then you pop it down, and it's completely hidden in there, so all you see is the magic of the piece. And I also love that these are AA's because they're going to last you well through the season, possibly to 2 seasons if you put them away at the end of Christmas.
You know what I always recommend? Buy the good batteries.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah. Don't fall into temptation and buy the grocery store brand because it's not going to last as long.
No.
Buy a good set of AA's, get an 8-pack or what, you're gonna need 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah,
exactly.
Buy an 8-pack and you're gonna be fine. Guys, can we bring the lights up just a bit? I wanna go through color choices again. Just to remind everyone, there are 3 distinctive color choices. You get 4 and the same, let me just show you the gift bags real quickly. I want you to see those because we haven't really highlighted those much. And you're getting the same 4 gift bags no matter what tree color you order.
Exactly right.
Okay, and it comes with the tissue, the tags, and the little corded handles, okay? So here are the 4 bags that you received. Now let's go through the colors, starting with the ones in front of you.
Sure, so this is a silver, brand new this year. It's a silver plated, so it's really, really shiny. It shows off all the striations in all of these branches. It shows off those bulbs so beautifully. They just bounce in every direction. So it can be a little bit modern, but also very classic. If you decorate with a lot of metallics, this is perfect and darling. And if you want to remove those ribbons and just make them a sit about, as you were saying earlier, they pop right off, and then you have just the tree itself.
Now, the one in front of me, I think, is the most traditional, and this is what we call natural green. And Bryn, you were telling me before we went on the air that this is a newer treatment that you all have, Mr. Christmas has recently added to the tree.
Exactly.
The little shading here to give it the appearance of freshly fallen snow.
Exactly, and to give the appearance of how they really were done in ceramic classes between the 40s and the 70s in the United States. People will go to ceramic classes, fire their own trees, paint their own trees, and attach all these little bulbs by hand, and this was the look that they ended up getting. So we wanted to stay really true to that classic original.
And we love Mr. Christmas because they do just that. They bring back yesteryear.
They do,
and I
don't
love
they?
that. And then our final color choice is in front of me, and this is the classic white. And the colors really pop against this background.
It does. This gives you almost like a fairy gumdrop feel. It has such a beautiful look with the white because the white makes the light bounce even in a different way, so that it was really more like a candy wonderland with this one.
Once we see a quick close-up of this, we'll bring our lights back down so you can really see these do what they do best, and they illuminate the room. I can tell you now that since we started the presentation, we are scaring the heck out of 5,000 sets gone. Please be aware that we're in the middle of a 5 easy pay event. So every item during the 5 hours of Saturday Morning Q today will be on 5 pay or better, but not just the items in the show, every item on air and online.
So great.
How
Stock
you doing
up.
on air?
I know, right?
So that means everything, including my cookbook, is on 5 pay during this show.
Really?
Because that would be online.
I'm buying it.
How about that? All right, I just realized that. My goodness. Okay.
I need a new cookbook.
So you know what? Here's an opportunity for you to get your order my book on 5 pay if you haven't ordered it yet. So that's great. This is H211624, but you know what that also means? Every Quacker sweater's on 5 pay. Every Bose set of earphones. I mean, whatever brand you want to order, whatever item you want to order, whatever Mr. Christmas item you want to order.
Exactly.
They're all on easy pay during this 5-hour show, including these, and we just got incredibly busy. Automated ordering, QVC.com and mobile apps will be your best ordering experience. We're now at got over 5,400 sets gone. Everyone loves these as decorations in their own home, but I love them as gifts.
I do too, and I love the opportunity to grab it now, have it ready to go. Think about those sweet people in your life that you want to give these to, and that's what's so great about QVC. You can shop now, have it all ready, and just have fun with the holidays, but I guarantee you, whoever you give this to, whether they know the story or they don't know the story, will absolutely fall head over heels for these sweet little trees. They're still a good 5¼ inches tall, so they have a nice size to them. They're certainly petite, but they're substantial, so when you give them as a gift, you feel really good giving it.
It's just lovely, and I don't want you to miss out on these trees. There is a definite history in this silhouette. You mentioned way back to the 1950s these were popular.
Yes.
My mother's sister and her husband, when they were, when back many years ago, they owned a ceramic shop.
Oh, awesome.
And they used to sell these trees.
I bet.
And they would sell them unfinished. People would paint them themselves and they'd fire them, or they'd finish them and they'd sell them. They have just been so popular throughout so many decades. And as I told you earlier, my grandma had one of these. And as she got older, she couldn't do a lot of decorating. And her tree was 6 inches tall. It had a light bulb inside.
Yep.
It plugged into the wall.
Yeah.
So when she passed away at 97 years old, the only thing I kept from her house was that tree because it meant so much to me.
Yeah.
Fast forward years later, Mr. Christmas is doing a Today's Special Value, this was a few years back, of this same silhouette in a larger battery-operated tree. So I brought it in to show. I'm sitting in my dressing room with Grandma's tree, and it hadn't worked in years, right? And just on a lark, I plugged it in to see what would happen, and it lit up.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought, you know what? Grandma's watching right now, and she's wishing me luck on Today's Special Value.
Yeah.
So you know what? These trees have definite places in our family history and our memories. I always say that Christmas decorations are a diary of your life.
Yes, it's true.
You remember when everyone came into your home. You remember when your children made ornaments
Oh my gosh,
and made decorations.
Yes.
They become a part of your family's history.
They do, and those special pieces that you bring out year after year, like your grandmother's tree, like my full size of this nostalgia tree that I love so much, my kids' eyes literally light up. I can see it happening. It's not a cliche. They light up. People
You
of
watch
all-
it.
You
Yeah,
watch it. People of
exactly.
all ages love this. And I was even walking through downtown Westchester last weekend. Darling Westchester from the 1700s. There's a ceramic shop there. They had a nostalgia tree in the front saying, "Come paint your own nostalgia tree."
Oh,
so I almost feel like it's coming
fun.
back a little bit.
Well, you know what? I mean, this kind of tradition never goes out of style.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, you're responding in big numbers today. Since we began the presentation now, 7,500 sets are gone. I'd love to go through colors again if we can, and we'll bring our lights back up a bit just so you can see it. And when we're done with the color tour, Marianne, if you wouldn't mind, my director, bring those lights back down. But we'll begin with silver in front of you, Bren, and this is extraordinary because this is a color you don't typically see in this tree.
You don't.
I will tell you this is also the most limited of my 3 colors today.
They're so fun. So from all directions, those acrylic faceted bulbs, and then that silver is just so bright and shiny and merry. It's wonderful, and it makes the light bounce in all different directions. This is the first year we've done this.
Can I
silver.
update you now and tell you that fewer than 2,000 of the silver are left? You do not get this ornament stand. We just showed you you can hang it on an ornament stand. What you will receive, this. I'll put these in the middle so you can see them. You get all 4 of these gift bags. You even get the tissue, the little to from tags, and the corded handles. So all this comes with no matter what color you order, and you can give these as gifts or just hold on these for other gifts.
Yeah,
right?
exactly right. Well,
Okay.
that's a good idea.
Now
Yeah.
here is your traditional color. We call this one natural green.
It's so fantastic. It's so true to the original. If someone had been in a ceramics class between the 40s and the 70s, they would have painted their own tree if they chose green and done these 2 different colors just to make the boughs really pop, give it a lot of dimension. And Mr. Christmas has so faithfully redone that look in these little trees.
Now, for the whole presentation, we've taken how many orders, Stan? 8,500. Of the 8,500 total orders, 6,000 are in the screen.
It makes sense to me.
It does make
Yeah.
sense because this is the traditional color that most folks remember. And then we've got it in what I think is so charming.
So darling.
The white, because the colors pop so nicely.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It really makes these little faceted beads look almost like gumdrops instead. So it's the same acrylic beads across all the different colors, but that base porcelain look of the color kind of changes the look of the whole piece.
It's so beautiful.
It
Don't
just looks
miss out
so
on this
sweet.
opportunity. They're just so
Look at
dear.
that. Oh.
This is 5 easy payments on your credit card. Remember, every item in our 5-hour show today is on 5 pay or better. That includes these little trees with their gift bags. So now all you need to do is pick up 8 AA batteries. Pick up an 8-pack of AA's. And then you're ready to roll. And if you're giving these as a gift, definitely battery them up
Yes.
before you give
Oh,
them
yes.
away. because that way it's an instant gift for anyone that receives it and can begin decorating with it right away.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You can even take the bottom where you put the batteries in and take a little Sharpie and write a little holiday message there, make it personal, and that way, as you were saying, as you take this out year after year, they have a little memory of you as well.
Well, I'm sure you remember the first ornament or decoration your little ones made, and you probably still decorate with them, and they were probably even signed or you put a year on them. Because again, we talk about Christmas decorations being a diary of your life.
Yeah.
So when you date something that you receive or that you add to your collection, it just makes it that much more special. So then when generations of future family members unbox your decoration many years from now, they remember it was in 2018 that they received this beautiful